girl. Wonderful. Go on.
Okay. I was wondering if by accepting that position that wasn't quite exactly what she wanted, because she wanted to be creative director, but it was still on the path towards it. Was she settling for lesser, or was it just her being wise? Because at the end of the day, it was still a beginning, a beginning towards the exact towards the dream position she had in mind. Was it her settling for less, or was it still correct of her to do that?
I think we've been here before, if I recall. I think that's up to everyone. It's it's an individual choice. I read somewhere this couple did not have money to build a block of flats, but so they started visualizing individually what they wanted. What they wanted was they did not want to borrow money from the bank. They want some bank to say, we'll do it for you. So a well-known architect had been driving past it for some time. They didn't know him personally, and one day knocked on their door and said, you have land here. You can build a high-rise, flat and make money. They say, yes, we know, but we don't have the money for it, and we are not willing to borrow. So he said, okay, well, when it comes to the architecture, he will do it for them for this amount. They said, no, thank you. We don't have the money and we are not doing it. We went away, came back the next day and said, I will do it for you for free. That's what they wanted. Then they said, but somebody has to build it. He said, don't worry, I'll check out this bank. And they were all saying, oh, bring $30,000. They said, that's not what we want. We want them to carry it. Just do it. A few days passed. He came back and said, the bank said they'll do it. They kept saying no till they got what they wanted. I think in the church, or maybe on Facebook, I only know the church, we tend to settle for what we don't want because it's on the way or it's similar. No, you want to go first class and you don't even have money for economy. Wait, you want to go because what you are effectively doing, this is my opinion, what you're effectively doing, thinking, saying, agreeing with is, God, you are going to give it to me bit by bit, or universe, or whatever you want to call it. No, you are incapable of giving me exactly what I want right now. So let me settle for no, 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 no. That shows that not only are we not thinking spiritually, we are not thinking affluently. We are not thinking abundantly. You can't I don't know the kind of bread Bill Gates eats, but I'm sure there are some he will never eat. I'm sure he has a favorite. And if you don't buy it at that price from that store or that class, he's not eating. There are some hotels he will never stay at, irrespective of the country, because he's robbed his mind in wealth. This is how he is. So I've found on this journey that you've got to mingle with stuff. You've got to mingle with it. You can't not be there and want to be there and expect to be there when you are not it. Only the people with a wealth consciousness mingle right. People without a wealth consciousness don't. So when somebody says, oh, my goal is $1.5 billion in 5 days, you are fainting already. Oh my God. That shows one's mentality is on the poor side. And we need to leave that place. I had an orange. I love oranges. So I cut it into half and I was looking at it this morning. I had cucumber and oranges for breakfast. So I was having the cucumber and I was looking at the orange. I said, wait a minute. The pips, that's the seeds, and the flesh inside of the skin of the orange, I did not do anything to make them form. God said all I have to do is to put a seed in the ground, and He put a law on the earth that every seed will grow. Inside the seed, they say, we can tell you how many seeds in an apple, but we cannot tell you how many apples in a seed. I don't know one orange seed will produce a tree with so many orange fruits over and over and over and over again. That's how you need to think. Look at things with these eyes until the eyes are not these eyes, because you can only see what these physical eyes can see. You cannot see with this physical eyes what your spiritual eyes see, the invisible realm, the beyond, the meta, the quantum. You can't. I listened to something else this morning, and was it the same book? And you're talking about healing. And I did it, and I didn't know that's what I was doing. And the way it described is exactly what I did. And what I do, I just go incisive thinking. I just go in. I've been having this toothache. I say, I am not seeing a dentist. That's a personal thing. It's not a thing you should do. I want the experience of this power in my body. The body cannot say no to me. Me spirit, you can't say no. It's not possible. But the minute I switch, oh, maybe it won't happen. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he, period. You need to stop on that verse and don't be just repeating it. I'm thinking a particular way now. So that means I am that thing. Now. Not so it will become, oh, so is he. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he said, healing, where you get to a point where you are in the nucleus of the cell of your nerve, the nerve endings of your teeth, not the root, the nerve endings, where you are controlling bacteria to leave your body. And then you feel there was one crazy pain yesterday. My brother was speaking to me. I had to maintain like ain't nothing. I kept wanting to scream. Like, nothing is happening. But I queried it. I said, where did you come from? Then I realized that every time I meditate, I am not expecting to be healed now. I'm expecting to be healed later. As you think, so you are. So I said, I woke up at 3 this morning with anger. I said, God, there is a way. I have not got the way. We must find the way. So I sat praying in tongues. I said, everything is this coming tomorrow, this coming in 1 month, this coming in 2 weeks. I'm waiting. I said, I don't need to wait. I said, I can't imagine you, God, saying, let there be light. And I said, I'm coming. I'm coming. Wait. So it showed. I fell ill on Sunday, and I think I told you about it, or maybe I did, because we haven't talked since Saturday. So I was sneezing and all that. I said, so I did what I would do. I ate and I stayed in bed. I ate and I stayed in bed. I didn't get out of my PJs. I was slow and easy. I look forward to laugh at, because laughter makes good like medicine. But I was thinking wholeness. So I can tell you how many times I sneezed. 3 times that day. In the past, I would sneeze consistently 10 times, non-stop. Achoo, 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 achoo. That's how I used to be. Achoo, achoo. My eyes, everywhere, ears, everything would be a mess. And I would be like that for 2 weeks. So I said, you're not even allowed to stay for a day. I've been doing this for some time now. So I knew it was just going to pass. So it disappeared. I slept and I took care of me. Had 2 oranges, your vitamin C, lots of water as normal. I wasn't saying, oh, where did this disease come from? Oh, I don't look, you are here. Okay, let's let you know that you can't be here. I went to Isaiah 53:5. I haven't been to that verse in years, as in physically opening it to read it. I just meditated. I opened it. I was looking at concordances. I was looking at meanings. I said, with his stripes, you are healed. It doesn't say by, it says in the KJV, with his stripes, you are healed. I looked up the meaning of the word healed. It means to be cured, not healed, cured. As in, that's it. You are cured of that disease. That's it, not healed. I've always thought, so my thinking, listen, I don't know if that has been yours, is when I'm healed of something, that means it can come again. So I'm subconsciously expecting it to come again. But when you are cured, that's why you must have a strong concordance and you must study scripture. I said, I'm cured. That stripes means wound. Wound. I am cured. Not I'm cured. So come Monday, I felt my body felt a bit weak. I said, okay, you need one more day. I didn't do any work. I said, you're good. I laughed some more, watched a movie here. The ones that I can handle or not the silly ones. Yes, cured like it was never there. Oshe. Then I said, okay. Then I moved to Monday. I was still a bit weak. I thought, oh yeah, okay, yeah, chill. Then I said, okay, we're back to work on Tuesday. And I didn't go work out. I didn't push it. Normally I would. But I said, no, I can still go. But then I just pushed my body. So I said, no, chill. Tuesday, I was still weak. I said, So I said, it's okay, chill. I did a little bit of work from like 3 o'clock or so. But I was still meditating and all that. This morning, I visualized myself walking. Then I visualized myself jogging. Then I visualized myself sprinting. I kept seeing that before I slept. So I went out in the morning. I said, oh, yeah, let's do an hour. And I was shocked at the energy in my body. Normally, it takes me a few days. I just walk. Let me just do a slow walk. I was sprinting. Even I was shocked. Like, I haven't sprinted for weeks. I said, because you send energy into your flesh is just that flesh. It's subject to the physical realm. You can command it and control it if you stay there. Have I answered the question in a long way? Forgive me.
Yes,
Chika,
yes, beautifully. Thank you very much, ma'am.
you're most welcome. Any other questions? And okay. So are we really reading this book, guys? Are we reading this book? It's a treasure. Because if you're not asking me anything from the book, I'm shocked. Okay, how about the video? Chika has asked a question. And I think it's amazing, absolutely vital for you to practice. And I've also noticed that the more you practice, the quicker you get what you want. That's what I've noticed. The more you practice, and then once certain things start to happen around you, just know your energy has changed. Just know you're just not in this physical, you don't relate with it at that level. Just know the energy is matching the energy of whatever it is you desire. And all you have to do is to keep going higher and higher. Don't stop. Can you imagine if all of us are thinking right? I remember right means righteously. And righteousness means the way, God's way of being and doing right. God's way of being and doing right. That's what righteousness means. So when you are thinking right or thinking righteously, you are thinking God's way of being and doing right. Can you imagine what that will look like on your street, whatever country you live, on your own street, that you are thinking right? You are imagining money in your account. You are seeing yourself in this job, in this business. You are not resisting it. Like, hey, me? Ah, how can I? So something I've been resisting. I was going to tell you Adequacy, but we didn't have time. So lately, I've been seeing myself in government. And I've been seeing myself at some big place and I say, no, God, I'm sure that's not where you want me to go without to think. I'm sure the national thinking strategy, I'll just inform this commissioner and, and I'll help them and I'll teach this and I'll train that. I can't be going there. But Adequacy said something to me akin to that. And I just go, oh God, yeah, I guess it's true that I will be there. So it's not for me to fight it, to deny it. If you see it, you can see this fan, right? Yeah, you can see this fan. If you don't, the fan disappears. But if you can still see the fan, it is for real. Do you understand what I'm saying? Faith is the substance of what you yet hope for, the evidence of what I cannot see. This is the pen, but I can't see it. And my faith is evidence that it exists, it's for real. Stop denying it. It's there, it's real. If you've had a dream, whether it's good or evil, it's for real. Deal with it if it's evil and receive it if it's good. The beauty about the metaphysical, the spiritual is if you want to use it for evil, it won't work in terms of it won't work for you, meaning there are consequences to you using things for evil. So can you imagine all of us thinking right, doing right? Do you know how that energy, good okay, forgive me, I got kicked out. Um, do you know how that good energy will permeate your street, your neighbors? It's energy. It's unstoppable. It just flows. Mm. Do you know how it will affect your street? Then people pick it up, come to talk to you. They say there's just something about you. And then it flows some more. You know how long people have been telling me you glow, you just glow. I've never understood them. Is now I get it. I don't think at this level. I'm only thinking I'm not telling you anything. I'm not saying, oh, I'm all this. And you just, for years, I said, what are they saying? I don't see, and I look in the mirror, I still don't. It's not what you can see with these eyes. They are seeing what I am showing them. And I was unaware that that was where I was. That is where I am. It's impossible for me to fail. I can't. Success is inevitable. There is, like I keep telling you, there is an energy with which you push a marble table for it to move. And there's an energy you use and it won't move. Which energy are you using? Are you taking it as it is? Are you just there, how it is, and just using small energy, small thinking? And what I mean by small energy is it will work, it won't work. It's coming, it's not coming. Maybe, no. It's because you don't know you. Why? You saw what Pastor Yobami wrote. Anyway, let's read the chat. Radical says it's not a question, but I really love the canvas and brush strokes analogy. Our mind being the canvas, our thoughts being the brush strokes. We use our thoughts to paint a picture on our mind, visualization. This is beyond wishful thinking. It is intentionally thinking and having a clear picture in our minds. And the brush strokes means we are painting a picture. I want things quickly. If you can paint it fast, do it for me. I want it now. That's what I said to God earlier this morning. I said, I don't know about other people, oh, they might want it slowly. Me, I don't want it slowly. Why should I wait for it when I can? Why should I jog when I can sprint? What's the point? Why should I wait to make £1,000,000 in a year when I can make it today? Today. Why should I wait? I don't understand. I don't want to wait. I want it now. There are people I need to help now. There are villages I need to rebuild now. There are roads I need to fix now. There are kids I need to put into schools now. now, not later. There are dams I need to build now. And I'm not asking for your sponsorship and for your this and for your that now. Not it will soon come, it will come, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming where? It is, it's here. It is now. For as a man thinks now, so is he now, not later. So it's our thoughts that's building what we have. I have a client who complained and she found it really difficult. She's been finding it really difficult to accept that her current condition is of her making. She consciously, subconsciously, she's pointing at everything else and everybody else is this, is that, is this, is that. Does it mean that the idea of delayed gratification is not ideal, since we can want something now and get it now without delay? Delayed gratification, usually, when people talk about that, I believe they're not talking about it at a spirit level. I believe they're talking about it at a carnal level. Because there is a lot in the business world and business language and business speak that's founded, entrenched in the carnality. The Bible says in Galatians 5:25, if you live in the spirit, walk also in the spirit. Opposite of, if you live in the world, walk also in the world. There is a way the world is. The Bible says that you are in it, but you are not of it. That of it means you are not made from world stuff. You are not made from world stuff. So I don't know why I want to delay gratification. I think it means is it receiving or gratefulness? You are grateful for, so delayed, it is coming. Some of you rush quickly. Why shouldn't I rush? Me, I'm rushing righteously. I am rushing righteously. And what I mean by that rush is how I think. Am I thinking, I've asked God for $1 billion this year. Am I thinking not possible? God is, you God, you think you can give me $1 billion? It's not possible. Let's give it another 10 years. Why? Why can't you think now that he can make it? Why are you thinking long? Because you have no faith for it. None whatsoever. It's radical. It did the same to me. Rushing righteously. Okay, doesn't mean you had delayed gratification. Failure is impossible. Success is absolutely. But I do it the other way. Success is inevitable. I prefer to see success first, then say failure later. Picture having a key that can open any door in your life straight up, as far as you can see. So what do you choose to see? Thank you, Pastor Yobami. The art of mental picturing is powerful. This man and his words, for crying out loud. As far as you can see, you will have. How far do you choose to see? There are some things I don't want to do. That I don't like doing them. And so I've asked God, send me help. I don't enjoy it. And I don't plan to create my way. I'm royalty. Did you not know? Why should I want to pay for this course? I've got to save this. No. That's what Adequacy said to me earlier today. He said, Myron Golden said, great. No, that's not that. No, it's here. Yeah. Gold or money is expected in the presence of royalty. They do not expect to work for it. The day I asked for 500,000 naira and I said, God, I am not working for it. I don't want to. I want to sit down here and come. He came with an apology and I did not work for it. And it's not that I worked for it later. I came from my big brother and I did ask him for money. Never said anything about money. First 20K came. I said, Lord, thank you. But that's not what I asked for. And that was somebody paying for the rest of their payment for a course. Then 50K came. I said, Lord, thank you. That's 70K, but I asked for 500K. It took 3 days. All I did was sit down and meditate. I was like a voodoo juju combined the type. I said, yes, it's happening. I said, I kept seeing the alert on my phone and me going, wow. And then I disbursed it. I paid for my mom's caring. Then I disbursed it. I went shopping. Then I kept the rest in my account. That's exactly what happened. I went to the kitchen. I came back. My phone was on the table. Mom was here where I'm seated now. The carer was to her right, and I was just opposite, adjacent to the carer on the other side of the table. So I got up, went to the kitchen, got something, came back. There was 450,000 naira in my account. I picked myself, like my eyes were, and I want to stop doing that, because when you expect something from God, you are in faith. You don't go surprised. You say, "Yeah, Lord, that's normal. Thank you. Next." So you don't say, "Oh, what a miracle!" It's normal. It's normal. Which miracle? Miracles are normal. Normal. Look, I'm saying this thing. Go and practice it. Oh, stop being afraid. Ask for 1 billion. Ask for 10,000. I don't care what you want to ask for, and keep seeing it. If they do a lot in your country, check it out. Wow. I was focused on something yesterday, and yes, I said I'm going first class. So someone has invited me to Virginia to speak in October, end of October-ish. So I'm paying my way, and she's doing everything else. So I kept, at a point I changed, okay, I need to pay for a blah. Then I changed it to, wait. I actually want to go first class. Then I started vacillating. First class, no, let me just pay for the first class. I said, stop it. Then I said, what's your problem? You can't see first class. Open Google. I typed in first class on airlines. I wanted to see what it looked like. I was reading what the toilet looks like. Pictures. I went to images. Hey, if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. He's on an aeroplane, for crying out loud. And I don't know how that's going to happen. And that's none of my business. I might buy premium, whatever they call it. The next step above premium. I've forgotten what they call it. Premium economy. And they might upgrade me. I got to a point where I saw myself, because when you enter a plane, left is business class and first class, right is economy and premium economy. So if the hostess say, "Oh yeah, over there," they point to the right. Yeah, over there, you are 24E. I saw myself, they pointed to the left. That, oh yes, and I saw myself being, you check in first. They say, first class here, whatever business. I saw it. And I'm going to feed on it. I've now seen pictures. Different airlines have different ways of doing their first class. I picked up my phone. I said, let's see picture. Picture. Nice. Yes, that's me. If you can't see it, look for it. And then see yourself seated. Please, fly. Go, come. Then I was going to shut down, checking my sister and her family out, just a couple of hours there in the States. I said, oh God, I'm going to be tired. How can you be saying you'll be tired, Kemi? Because it's a whole 7-day trip, in, out. I need to be back into Nigeria quickly, because I'm speaking on the second. So he said, why? Why would you be confessing you'll be tired? Why can't you say you'll be strong? Why can't you see yourself strong? Why can't you see yourself? And that's how we'll see ourselves small, tired, and opportunities will be waiting for us. But because you're already tired, the opportunity will be there. Then they will call Zainab instead. Then they will call Guinea Kachi instead. They won't call your name, because you have signed yourself off. You are going to be tired because you've been flying. I say you're not tired. You're strong. Picture having a kid that can open any door. Straight up, girl. You're talking, Dr. Julia. As far as you can see. How far can you see? How far do you want to see? I'm so sorry. No. Rushing righteously. This is exactly what I was telling my son. Oh, I shouldn't sweat for it. I should not have to sweat. Royalty does not sweat. You don't sweat. And you're toiling. Didn't I share with you about the word yeah, is in Proverbs 23. I think I shared it with you, verse 4. Maybe I didn't. Proverbs 23, verse 4. Labor not to be rich. Labor not to be rich. I said, labor. How many times have I read Proverbs 23? How many times? I hope you're reading a proverb a day. I've told you. I said, how would I not? Say, labor not to be rich. I said, what does that word labor mean? Is it similar to the labor in Hebrews 4:10 that I keep sharing? That labor to enter into his rest. Yes. Sorry. No, that you will cease from your own works. Is it similar to the labor? Is labor similar to the work? as God has ceased from his own works. Labor to enter into his rest, and so that you cease from your works as God has ceased from his. It's the same thing. It means toil. That work in Hebrews 4:10 means toil. He says you cease from toiling. And the labor in Proverbs 23:4 means to toil. It means to gasp. I've worked. Why are you toiling? I told you how I came across the Hebrew. In fact, I told my brother yesterday, I said, I'm ready for you to give me the introduction to Oscar Hebrew. Because I wasn't looking for it, but I kept seeing myself working with that caliber of people. I wasn't looking for it. It came to me. And it came even closer because he and that guy went to the same school. They know each other. Personally, he has his phone number. I said, yeah. Introduction straight. He said, write for me what you want me to say to you. That's what he said to me last night. I said, Jesus. That's the life. That's the high life. That's the soft life. How can God give back to you, finish, and give you hard life? Some people say that is dancing. Oh gosh. Think deep, oh. As you continue to think so, you remain. Oshe, this stood up for me, chapter. I'm telling you, it's exactly as you say, coach. Continue to practice that, so things will be straight up. We're used to the hard life. That's the problem. Results are built through repetition. Hey, this man has come again. Pray and continue practicing the art of creativity. Men ought to pray and not. Don't faint in practicing thinking. And I believe thinking is a form of prayer. But also pray in the spirit as well. I'm still questioning that. Where did we get that from? I know it's in the Bible, but the way it's interpreted, the way we use it, I don't know. I know God will help me there. Think deep, think incisively, think now. Yeah. Is that why I keep expecting to sell 100 to 250 bottles a day so I can make 5 million a month? I sell a pack of 10 bottles at 7,500. So if I sell to 25 people daily, by 25 days, I'd have made 5 million. Auntie, why do you want to make less? Because you don't know how that will happen. It may or may not be 25 people queuing up. It might be one organization saying, for the rest of the year, can you kindly deliver 250 bottles of us? Are you ready for that? Or are you going to say, oh, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Prepare for it. Prepare for it. And if even in preparation, you will need help. God, I don't have the money for this yet, but send me help. Send me where I can send it, and they are making it as I say they should. And I can overlook it. Prepare for it, girl. Prepare for it. We don't know how. Because if it's 25 people queuing up daily, that is a lot of work. I personally don't want to do that work. I want one person to say I want to buy 250 bottles. That's what me I want to. I don't know. Why should I be sweating? Do you know how long I've been thinking like this? And I used to say to myself, Kemi, this is over the top. This is too much. How can you just be saying you don't want to work? I don't like work. I said to my brother, he looked at me with disdain. He was so disappointed. So the rest of us like work. I said, yeah, maybe y'all do. I said, mine should just flow. But I never understood why. I said, how can I be thinking I don't like work? Why should I like work? I wasn't created to work. I was created to receive. I was created to create and say, show up. I wasn't created to SWOT and SWOT. Oh, which high net worth individual should I? Oh, God sent me video with the top 25 richest. I said, Jesus. I did not look for it. It popped up on my phone, man. God will take over your phone and show you what you need. She doesn't like work either. I don't blame her. Why should we like work? Because it would be wrong for you to like work. Biblically, Genesis 2:2, I believe it is. It says, and God rested. When he had finished, he rested on the seventh day. And then verse 3, I think, says, and God sanctified the seventh day because he had rested from the work he had made. Why did he sanctify sanctified. He told us why. Because he had rested. That day is he rested from the work he had made. Then Hebrews 4 verse 2, or is it verse 3, says that, and they did not enter into his rest because they did not mix what they heard with faith, even though the works were finished from the foundation of the world, not from the ceiling up, not from the floor up, from the foundation. The works were finished. There is no work again for you to do. That same work is the one in verse 10 of Hebrews 4. It's the same one. Toil. The toil is over. And we are the only species of being on the face of the earth that can do that. We are the only ones who can create. The animals have to forage. They've got to look for. But we just want to go back and toil. How long will it take? If I talk to this billionaire, won't talk to me. Oh, look at the clothes I'm wearing. I just heard where all of us are running for websites. Even somebody was working with me, has left it half done. He's gone. I can't be sending people to the website. There's still Latin here. It's not fixed here. It's not that. Till I heard she was closing $250,000 or close to that. And she said, where's your website? She said, I don't have one. And the lady talking said, and me, I was in Canva still trying to create something. And this one is going away without a website. So she said she went to talk to somebody in HR and said, so as a company, this is what I do, blah, blah. Do you need us to have a website? She said, no. The things we think people with money need is so needless. It is small people that say, how much is it? When will you do it? Where are you coming from? People that can pay you, they say, when will you start? They won't argue about money. That's one thing I've seen. People, high net worth individuals across the globe saying to me, Kemi, we've heard about you. I didn't go to them. We've heard about you. Can you come and help us? How much is it? We don't care. Tell us how much it is. What kind of hotels do you stay? Are there any particular things you require in your hotel room? Is there a particular type, whatever you do? Everything will be covered, but you come and sit in our boardroom and help us get out of this mess. Keep seeing it. That's what I keep saying. Yes, and that brings us, it's been ingrained in us that we must work to eat. And that brings us to, he that does not work should not eat. So please, let's just do a quick Bible study here. Let's find out what that work means. You know what I mean? It also takes us to faith without works is dead. So let's do some Bible. He that does not work, what's the verse so I can just open it? He does not work, should not eat. Yep. So where is it? That is 2 Thessalonians 10-13. Has somebody written? The one who is unwilling to work should not eat. So let's check what that 2 Thessalonians 3:10-13 is. So let's do some Bible. And these are the things you should do. 2 Thessalonians, what did I say? It was 2 Thessalonians 1 or 3:10-13. Okay, so it's 2 Thessalonians 3. I read Hebrews 4 yesterday during my Bible, and I really dwelt on rest. Auntie, we're just sweating, high blood pressure for no reason. For when we were with you, it is that if any should not work, neither should they eat. For even when, so let's read it in context. Remember, not so this was Paul. For yourselves know how ye ought to follow us, for we behave not ourselves disorderly among you. Neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wrought with labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable to any of you. That means we didn't just come, sit in 2 Thessalonians 3. We didn't just come, sit down, say we are your visitors, feed us. We also, because you shouldn't come and visit with me and just be sitting down there, feed me. Get up, wash your plate, clean. Even if you don't, you are not eating. No. Yeah, so you need to come and clean up. In fact, when you come, I say, this is the kitchen, this is the toilet, help yourself. So you get to the pot, there are only 2 pieces of meat, there's only half a pot of rice, and you clear it up because I said help yourself. You will leave that same night because you're not thinking about anybody else but yourself. So that's what I believe that means there. Not because we have not power, but to make ourselves an example unto you to follow us. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any will not work, neither should he eat. So do you see, in context, he's not saying work, then eat. He said wherever you go, make sure you are doing something. You're not just, I've entered Guinea catches her. Maybe I was on coaching her. Yeah, where's food? You know, like our mothers and fathers and grandmothers. I've come. Or the mother-in-law. Hey, Sissy, eh, bring the remote control that's next to her. I want to eat proper pounded yam with a goosey soup or goofy. Get up and mix. I told my kids. I said, when you marry, I'm not one of those mothers-in-law. Once they get, once they buy, I said, you sort your lives out. You say hello, I'll go. I'm not hanging about. My son said, no, 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 mom. No, I'm going to live near you when I marry. I said, no, you are not. As a woman, I don't want you loving your mom and all over your mom. No, no, no. I won't appreciate that if I were your wife. So don't try it. And he was like shocked, like, don't I want? I said, no, the wife will not love it. You are married now, move on. I just want to chill. I don't want the wala. I don't bring you up since I want to rest. So I think that's clear. That's very clear. I don't even have to go further. It's not that if you don't work, don't eat. That's not the context. So you see, you must study for yourself. Oh. Ask God for yourself. Oh. But we can look at work. Middle voice from 204 to toil as a task or occupation is the same word, to toil. So toil, not the toil. Toil, I've come to your house. Oh, what can I do? What can I clean? If you say you don't have to trust, I'm sitting down. I'm not going to say, are you sure? Auntie, I don't dare walk all these years. I'm chilling. If I ask, can I help you? So in the past, I would ask every time, what can I do? And everybody be saying, yes, come. After I got sense, so I said, I'm not asking, what can I do? They say, where hospital? That's very far. In the past, I will get out. I will start going wherever. No, I don't do that again. John, we say always read the entire verse to get the context, but we do otherwise. Read the entire chapter. Context is important. I used to be the contextless sister. I just carry it and say the Bible says. So any other questions? We are 1:02 p.m. West African time. Do we have anything else to? So did I answer that question, Zainab? Was it Zainab that asked? Yeah, no, the bottles. My daughter was so happy. Me, I don't like work. Why should I like work? Do you see the Queen of England and King of England and his family working? Do we even know how they are paid for being king, prince, queen? They're actually paid. I'm not saying they don't go here, but they go in style. You can't walk up to Buckingham Palace and knock on the door. It's all guarded, quite a distance, and then there's a particular day that people can tour particular areas. Then when one is born, Prince William's children, they already have what they are going to be, the Duchess of this. Do you see them walking? Beg. And then you are the child of the king that made us and made them, and then you are toiling. The church should be the richest place on the face of the earth. No, we are one of the poorest. It's wrong. And the preachers, I feel sorry for some who preach this thing so you can get it. Oyedepo has been preaching what I'm saying today for years, and all they do is scream. Amen. I think they'll change anything. And then some funky ones come and give a testimony. God told me to start this thing in 2014. But you know, we're now in 2024, and I just want to give God praise that I'm now starting it because I did this. What? Is that testimony? That's not testimony. And then we too say, praise God. What? since 2014. Okay, maybe you are not to start in 2014, but start. Yes, Proverbs 21 verse 17 and 20 through. Start, man. I'm a daughter. Yeah, and that's another thing we used to say. I'm a daughter of a king. But if you just stop at king, just meditate on what king means. Just Google it. I mean, you have ChatGPT, Google. We don't have to be opening pages. Just what does a king do? How does the daughter of a king live? What does that mean? Because when you know who you are, you will be that person. And you will make no apologies. And neither do you have to shout about it. Neither do you have to wear bling, 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 so that they will know I'm this and that. No, you just know who you are. I think one of the beautiful things about being royalty and being opulent is that you can be quiet about it. You don't have to be noisy. Because here in my beautiful country, we think we have to drive this kind of car, wear this kind of clothes. Even where you live. My brother told me shortly, he said, where you live matters. I said, how? He said, if you live in the island, I said, thank God I'm moving back to the mainland. Don't use me. Let's see. Because people are not the reason why we are. They are not. If I don't do this, people won't hire me. If I don't, then you're in bondage. Oh, let's see what the people want. I don't see what the people want. I teach what I have. If you want it, come and get it. It's a lot of work. So when people write books and then they put different designs and they put the titles, which one do you like? A, B, or C? It's my book. I don't care what you like. I will put the design I want and the title. Period. I have a book called The Stupidity of Fear. I don't give my books to people to read, but I gave it to this because what I write, many people don't get it. So I gave it to. She said, number one, that title is rude. Did I change it? I said, tough. She said, no, people will buy. I said, you don't have to buy. Leave it. Did I write it for you? Leave it. I don't give anything to anybody. This is the way I want to do it. It's mine. God gave me the dream, the vision, not you. And he knew certain people we need. It ain't you. So don't buy it. So 17 says, a man who loves pleasure becomes poor. Yep. So I'm kind of confused a little. Wine and luxury are not the ways to riches. Yeah, but labor not to be rich. A man who loves pleasure becomes poor. So, but did you read it in context? He says, oh, if all that's what all you do, I think it was yesterday, Proverbs 24, the last three verses that says, I walked by a vineyard. It was all overgrown with and he was a lazy man that was there. And he said, poverty will come and eat you. He said, let me just sleep a while. Let me relax. I don't care, girl. I don't care for what you've been through. Let's go to where you're meant to be. That's what I care about. Because I'm not helping you. Hey, is that how you feel? Hey, oh. And I actually dislike it when people do that to me. Hey, Coach K, I hate it. I'm a Rimilara. I be irritated. Like spoiled. Ugh. I just feel like, ugh, why did I talk to you? But I don't do that anymore, so I don't get that kind of luxurious life stuff. Like, oh, auntie, you're talking. 21 says the wise saves for the future, but the foolish man spends whatever he gets. Exactly. I'm still learning that. Thank God I finally got a teacher now. In the name of we'll just keep that secret. The stupidity of fear. There is a lot of sense in that. You haven't downloaded it? Haven't I put the link here? Oh, I thought I had. I thought I had downloaded it I haven't put it in the group. I give that out for free. The stupidity of fear and blast fear away coaching because I was just sick of it. Everybody was talking. That was where I learned FOMO between 2015 and 2016. I said, "What's FOMO? Fear of missing out." It instantly made no sense to me. You have not got it, but you are afraid of missing it. How does that make sense? How can you be afraid of what you haven't got? So what you have done is you've planted yourself to essentially miss it, and you will miss it. So it's so dumb to me. It's dumb. Oh, so I have okay. I'll put it in the group. Somebody asked for it recently. I had to look for it. I'll put it in the group. blame all this on the marketing guys. Actually, we blame no one but ourselves, because people can talk and you can choose to listen or not, accept or not. And so as I was growing in this how to think stuff, and I kept finding out I was disagreeing with people, and I was the only one disagreeing with huge theories that people use. Even while I'm doing my PhD now, I'm disagreeing with a lot. And my supervisor, no, Kemi, you can't say that. I said, how can't I say it? So I'm busy checking, has anybody else written it? Finally finding it. So let me prove it to you. You just want us to repeat what everybody. No, that's not what I'm doing. We need to deliver people, not keep them in their mess. But everybody doesn't do that. Is my name everybody? Are you everybody? But there is, you notice that lies go far and fast on things that are not the truth. And the truth just stays somewhere quietly. And we that we know it, because we don't live it, we don't talk about it, we are afraid. Oh, if I say this, do you know how many times Fear said hello? That all this how to think, What if somebody's thinking and they're not getting it? They'll come and blame me. Oh, God. And I said, no, can we get stronger and keep teaching it? You believe it, keep going. Because the further you go, the stronger you become. Yeah, if you let it. No, I haven't. I can't. I need to recall who asked for that link, and I sent it to the person. I remember. I'll post it now. Yeah, it was her. Yeah, put it there now. I put it. I think possibly I've added you to the group, so you get it too. There you go. Yeah, I've put it there now. So thank you, ma, for your passion. It's refreshing and inspiring. I want to do this for myself. I want to stand in front of the mirror and preach to me like this, honestly, because there are days when I'm like, God, I don't get it again. It's like, you see, I've noticed that I lose stuff. How do I explain that? I lose understanding. It's like it slips out. And I've been saying, why? Why? I know this. I did it 2 days ago. This is the third day and it's not happening. Like, if you don't, but I've been using it every day. So I understand now. Because it is not embedded yet. It's like somebody coming to your house and going to use the toilet in your kitchen. But they've been teaching them, no, you need to look for a place called a toilet or a bathroom and go there. But I've been going there, and then one day I just come to the kitchen and use the toilet. Something has not, the hook, it hasn't happened. That's why I said you need to keep practicing. So the deeper I go, the easier it is to lose it. Because the deeper you go, you haven't been there before. So it's new. The best of the news on TV are the worst. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. So I now understand. Oh, you got kicked out, Dr. Alfred. Really? That's interesting. Um, try again. We are still here because I'm not try again. How can you be kicked out? We are still here. But anywho, so I'm now working on that. How come it slides out? And that was one of the reasons I woke up at 3. I said, oh yeah, there is a way. Is there something I'm missing? Like, where is it? Where did it go? Where is the zeal and the passion and the I'm getting this? Like, I can't lose it. Where instead of looking to God, author and finisher of my faith, I am looking to the number of days. Hey, number of days. Hey, I've missed it. Hey, I'm not getting it. What is that? What is that about? I said, no, there's something wrong. Something is wrong. Don't just take whatever is given to you or whatever is happening around you. That is not being spiritually minded. It's not. It is being carnally minded, just accepting it or looking for ways to get in and out and, oh, it will work, it won't work. What's that? It has to work. It's like my son went missing one day. We're in the UK, went missing after school. No, I started calling friends. He said, yeah, he walked with us to the bus. He was waiting for his own bus. The only reason I'm sharing this is in UK, you don't go over red lights. They have a way that to take a picture, you get a fine. I did not get a fine. I crossed every red light in my way. I was driving on the horn because after about 3 hours, the police called. They said, your son is in the police station. I said, man, it was 15 or something like that. I was on the horn. I drove all the way. It was a bit of a distance, not an hour or anything, like maybe from where we live, 20 minutes or so. I was speeding, crossing everything. I didn't get anything. That was a mother, like my son, my black son in UK, my black son. Nothing can happen. My faith was tested straight up. I said that my son disappeared because boys disappear like that. Black boys, then they find the body in this or they find whatever. Some they don't find. I said, my son, Temi. I found him. He said he doesn't know what happened. He does not remember anything, but he was on the floor in that big place, which is just walking distance from his school. So they all walked to the bus stop. And then he said a man in a long white gown came, picked him from the floor, took him to the police station and left. I say a man in a long white gown did what? I say, okay, what happened? He said he cannot remember how he hit the floor. Nothing. He does not recall. But the point I was making is, when you want something, I drove through every red light. I was not playing. So don't play with your thinking, because for decades you've been thinking a particular way. You want a switch and you are cutting corners and you are going upside down. You are doing okay, maybe, okay, I will not tell the truth here. I'll just bend it a bit. And why? It pays you to wait on God. And there's something about being one with him. Oh, don't play, meditate. John chapter 15. Abide in me and I abide in you. In fact, verse 7 of that John says, you shall ask what you will. You shall ask what you will, and it will be given. You shall ask. Jesse Duplantis, if you don't know him, check him out. Jesse Duplantis lives in New Orleans. He's a preacher of the gospel, white American guy. His house is paved with gold, interior. He said he liked the way God said, builds the temple, pave this with gold. Do it the way you like it. And then when people talk, don't answer. You don't have to answer. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? It's not your business. How many times have you heard people say, God said I should take all the money in my account and give it? So apply whatever pressure you need to apply to get whatever you want. Quit hanging about. It's a truth. As a man thinks in his heart, so you see. Then if you read John chapter 21, somebody was sharing in another group, and nobody really said anything. I was the only one who engaged with it. People are different. And she said this bit about Jesus praying. And he said, as you and I are one, it was a new level for me. I said, yeah, I've not meditated on this. So I said, I have to know this one. That God and Jesus are one. And you want them to be one as we are one. I say, hey, wait, come. Peter, John 20, is it John 21 or the last chapter? Chapter of John. I think it's the last chapter. What is the one we call the prayer of Jesus in the book of John? Yeah, it's John 21. He said, I have prayed for them. Who knows it? Okay. Or is it 20? He was praying and he said, he was speaking to God. God, I have prayed for them. Receive ye the Holy Ghost. Whosoever sins you remit, they are remitted. No. That needs meditation. Is it John? Is it John 21? Nobody's helping me. Come on, guys. Follow me. Anyway, I I I I will find it in a sec since the brethren are not helping me. Yeah, yeah. So it is John 17. Yeah. No idea. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them. You have been sent into the world. You are not of it. As for their sakes, I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth. The truth is his word. The truth is him. In the beginning was the word was God, and the word was God. Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which believe on me through their word, that they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee, that they also may be one in us. You are one with God. Don't play. And then something wants to come and say no. So when you are one with something, like water is in this bottle, the bottle and the water are one. Sorry, I've finished it. The bottle and the water are one. So wherever the bottle goes, the water goes. The water doesn't jump out and say, "Oh, we are separate." No, no, no. We are one. So since God wants good for Nigeria, for example, I am one with him. I agree. And since we are one, his strategies, his plans for Nigeria, we are thinking in tandem. We are in agreement. We go in the same place. God is going here. We're going. God is going. Oh, life will be easy. Oh, life is easy already. Life is easy. We are the ones who make it difficult. Okay, I guess there are no questions. All is well. Tega said she won't be able to make it to. Oh, somebody wants to talk. Dr. Julia, you're muted. Oh, mute on. She said what she saw. Remember when we meditated and she saw her own drug, she's into getting people off the streets of drugs, and she saw her own center. She said somebody invited her to come and speak about how to come and speak to him about all the things she needs to know, all the places she needs to go to acquire it so that she will avoid all the waste of time. I said, what? So she will avoid all the waste of time. Just because she visualized it. Just because she visualized it. Just because she visualized it. Don't don't play. Oh, I'm telling you, don't play. So should we meditate for 2 minutes before we go? Let's meditate for 2 minutes. So what we do, for those of us who do not know, is we only think on what we desire. That's it. We don't think on anything else, literally thinking about it. And we go on what I call a thought journey. So 2 minutes. We go on what I call a thought journey. You see it happening. You actually see it happening. You don't play. You don't say, because there's a way you see it happening already. And it's only God that put that inside you. You didn't go and create that from outside. So there must be a connection. And you buzzing at that level of energy, that focus that makes it so. So let's meditate. Have pen and paper near you, because you might see, you might hear, and you ain't going to remember if you are not that kind of person. Some people do. I tend not to. I have to write everything. Okay, let's go now. All right, 2 minutes done. Who wants to share? But just before you do, I want to. So I started thinking on um understanding these things quickly, like I've been sharing with you. And God said, "Who says that?" I said, "God, I want to understand it quickly." He said, "What do you mean you want to? You have it already. You understand it quickly. That's how to think." So I said, "Oh, okay, thank you for that, Lord." Then immediately it just switched, and I saw Dr. Julia lying on bed because she's due like in a few days, a week or so. And it was like a fish. You know, when fish come out of water and they're slippery, that was how she just delivered. I just saw baby come out. No, I said, what's my own with? What's my own with somebody else? I just go, and I kept seeing it. And not only that, you want to share Radike, and she sat up like, "Yeah, we're done. Let's go." It was those ease. And that's the beauty of visualizing, working with God and all that. You will see things for other people. You will hear. You will know. Keep it. Pray. So I started praying in tongues concerning that. That's it. That's it. Ease. God got it, girl. Got it. Ease. And that's the way it should be. Yes, Radhika, share.
All right. My meditation was very short, but it was kind of symbolic. I didn't see it. I don't know the word, but what I saw was that I was in somewhere like a factory, and there were so many of one product, but I don't even know what the product was. But I got to understand that that was just signifying abundance. Like anywhere I turned, I would see so many of that thing. I'll go to my house and still see so many of that product. Like I kept bumping, like even on the road, the thing as I just appeared, the things would just keep multiplying. And I was like, oh wow, abundance. Then I visualized myself carrying a very heavy box and throwing it out of the window. And on that the box was labeled scarcity.
Woo!
And I threw it out of the window. And when it's as soon as it hit the ground, it just like I feel like the box just got raptured. Like it just went into the thin air and I didn't see it again. Then when I did that, I just heaved a sigh of relief. Then I went to rest on my bed. That was what I saw in my head. That's why I visualized today.
He has done it again. Jesus. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is definitely deliverance. So before you said it disappeared, I saw it smash into pieces. And it was a very heavy box. You would have thought the carton was cemented to the content. So they all just smashed on the ground. And what I heard God say to me then to say to you is, from today, scarcity can never be something you consider. From today, it has actually disappeared out of your life.
Amen.
So there
Amen.
isn't any
Amen.
place that you go where you're thinking, it might not be enough. It does not exist. And it's the same for all of us. It's not just for IDK. That is so beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Always amazing what we can do in 2 minutes. Always. I said, oh, 2 minutes is short. I said, let me go to 3. Then the Holy Ghost said, no, do 2. What's up with you? All right. Anybody else? Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Well, the Lord is with you. Thank you for staying with me again. Thank you for listening to my voice. Honestly, anybody that does that is special. Being here, Mr. Okupe. We appreciate it. Thank you for continuing to point to us. You're most welcome. It's such an honor to do so. Such a privilege. This is a deliverance. It is. It is. Oh. All right, everyone. The Lord is with you. Stay strong. Bye bye. Oh, my voice is beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. See ya. Bye bye. Adeposi, if you have time, I'm going to call you now. If not, just let me know. Bye bye, everyone. Yeah.